And it's live. We are back again for another preview. This time, Premier League action at the Emirates against Sheffield United. They've scored 0 goals this season, so no doubt they're going to turn into a prime Brazil 1970 team at the Emirates tomorrow, pinging the balls around, scoring goals freely, making Kalaza Crap look exactly what he is, making Heki B just chase shadows all afternoon. Mohamed El Sideways will probably be playing. But is anyone excited? I would say be excited. We have had some breaking news today, which I want to start off with before I get into this preview. Anybody who doesn't know, and well, listen, you must have been living on the moon or somewhere if you haven't seen or heard the news. But Awar is staying. He is apparently staying. According to the latest reports from Fabrizio Romano, from all the French outlets, apparently he is staying at Lyon. Apparently he had a meeting with the board, with the owner today. He's in the squad for tomorrow for their game. And apparently after that, he came out of the meeting and told all of his teammates he's staying at Lyon this summer. Apparently our bids, we've put 2 bids in. The first one was £32 million plus add-ons, which was swiftly rejected. The second one was 38 million plus add-ons. That's 38 million euros, I believe, plus add-ons. They wanted 50 million euros. So there you go. It begs the question as to why has it taken us 11 and a half weeks to firstly put a second bid in, or a first bid and a second bid. And then you look at Thomas Partey. He played today for Atletico Madrid. So that doesn't look like it's happening. So we're going to give our best defensive midfielder, who, listen, isn't that great anyway. I ain't really too fussed that he's going to Raya. But he is levels ahead of Mohamed El Sideways and backwards. But we're giving them Torreira on loan with no obligation to buy him at the end of it. And we're not doing a deal for Thomas Partey. We're not reaching that release clause. Houssem Aouar was apparently our #1 target this summer. And he's going to stay, according to the latest reports. There is still, 48 hours to go. Yay! Let's be excited. I've seen a lot of people having a meltdown about it. I've seen a lot of people saying, let's get the "we care do you" hashtag back again. I did a stream earlier where I was a little bit angry. I had a banging headache. That headache is now gone, and we're back on the Cerveza. Happy days. But I said that on Monday I'll be calling out a load of people. I don't need to anymore. You just got to go and have a look at their tweets. They're doing it all for me. I don't need to expose these people. It's all there to see. They've been very all summer, and now they've got the news, and the reality has kicked in that, oh, Lee was actually right for the last God knows how many weeks. All of a sudden, they now want to start tweeting about how we should get the hashtag "we care do you" trending again. We should call the owner out. We should get on it. What is Eddie doing? What is the owner doing? Oh, it's a disgrace. Blah, blah, blah. Well, sorry. I don't want to be the one that says I told you so, but I'm fully going to be that guy right now. I told you so. You don't listen. You think I'm negative. You think I'm toxic. You all deserve, every single one of you deserve what's about to happen this season. I don't. Neither do you guys in my chat, because you're all real ones. Pretty much every single one of you in my chat is a real one. Yeah. And this platform is, 3 or 4 times bigger than my dead little Twitter account. And you guys are legit certified real ones. And you're all on the same page over here, which is why this channel's grown so quickly. So thank you very much to all of you. I'm not going to sit and rant and cry and bitch and moan. I've done all of that now. I've highlighted the hypocrisy. I've highlighted how stupid these people are. And now I just sit back with my popcorn going, oh, look at that sweet, Jesus Christ. Oh, you've had a stinker with that, bruv. And yeah, hopefully you can now all see it. You can see which ones are real, which ones play a game, which ones jump on the hype. I don't need to out any of these people anymore. I can see a few of you in the chat spouting certain names. Listen, I prefer not to speak. Like I said, I've done what I needed to do. I've highlighted the hypocrisy. How funny, though, how ironic that I did my stream earlier, and then I come off the stream, and then we got that news, and then all of a sudden, everything that I said actually happened. It's like, whoa, hello, there's the future. I can see it. Be excited. But there we go. Listen, do smash the likes through the roof. We have got a game tomorrow, believe it or not. And we are playing Sheffield United. Thank you very much to my guy. We have been in a pandemic since Conky took over. Well, that's very true. I did see somebody tweet me earlier saying something about Chelsea. And I said, listen, bro, just go and have a little look at the last 6 summer transfer windows. I know Chelsea didn't have last summer. Go and have a look at the gross spend, the net spend of Arsenal and Chelsea. It's there or thereabouts the same in the last 6 years. Nobody can tell me Abramovich is buying a title. At the end of the day, we have spent in the last 4 summer windows nearly £500 million. And look at the state of that team. £500 million, 455 million before this window in the last 4 summers. And our team is probably double the cost of Liverpool's team, and they're levels ahead. So listen, people can throw it on the owner. Like I've said all along, even when I was just being salty, well, I say salty, more sarcastic than salty, because I was just highlighting hypocrisy and BS. But I'll say it again. I don't necessarily just blame the owner for this drama and rubbish at this football club. There's a lot of people on the board. There's a lot of people in positions of power at this football club that have got to take some of the blame. Mikel Arteta, again, yesterday come out and said that the board and the owner give him his full support. Well, I'm sorry, you're lying, mate. I said that yesterday on the press conference reaction. I think it's all there to see now, you know, and it's going to be very interesting. I fully missed a super chat as well from, oh no, I didn't, I read it, sorry. We're fully going to see now, after the game tomorrow, how good the British journalism is. Well, actually, we're actually going to see what it is. Pandering, generic, same type of questions every week. They'll ask him a question, it will skirt around it, they won't then follow that up with another question to challenge his answer. That's British journalism at its finest, unfortunately. They don't care about being the link between the club and the fans. They just care about their perks at the football club and their tea and biscuits. That's how it's been for a long time, especially in the Arsenal ranks, where there's a lot of journalists that get into Arsenal press conferences that they're not there to be the link. Listen, don't get it twisted. Arsenal vet every single question before it even gets asked. They'll say, "What? You can't ask him this. You can't ask him that. That's embargoed until this time, so you can't put that bit out in the press conference. You have to do this at this time." Blah blah blah. It's all little jobs for the boys. Yeah, it's all the jobs for the boys. It's all cloak and daggers at Arsenal Football Club. And like I said, I'm not going to scream and rant and cry about it anymore. If we sign someone, whoopee-doo. I ain't interested in signing anyone. I've said it since March in lockdown. You all remember that all the ones that were watching my streams through lockdown, every single one of you will remember me saying, I don't care if we sign anyone this summer. What I do care about is getting rid of the deadwood at this football club this summer. Edu had 3 months to do that in lockdown, to tout for business. Yo, Kolasinac's available this summer. Do you want him? No, cool. Do you want him? No. Do you want him? What about you? What about you? What about you? What about... And eventually you'll find somebody. And I see somebody say to me earlier that, yeah, but these players want stupidly high wages and they're rubbish players. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic, mate. That's brilliant. That's cool. Then explain to me how Sheffield United, the team we're about to play, are doing £23.5 million on a player who's never kicked a ball in the Premier League then. Yeah, but they didn't want to pay 13 million quid for Balogun. Can somebody explain that to me then? That's because the guy who's negotiating for Liverpool is a top draw negotiator. He's even got a 15% sell-on fee on that and a buyback option in the next 3 years for Rion Brewster. And he's got 23 million quid for him. Yeah, we can't get rid of Balogun for 13 million quid, who's also not kicked a ball in the Premier League and is probably there or thereabouts the same kind of level. They're both bangers. They both score a lot of goals in their set levels for their teams and in the England youth setups and stuff. They're very good young players. So how comes we can't get 13 million quid for our one, but they can get 23 million with a sell-on clause and a buyback option? It's called negotiating. Our negotiators couldn't close a fucking door. It's as simple as that. But I don't need to do any more crying and whinging. I've done it since March, and this club has failed us yet again, like I knew they would. So now you just sit back, you get your popcorn out, you get your fizzy drink, and you go and look at all the hypocrites sitting online, tweeting how upset they are and tweeting everything that I've said when they've then called me negative and toxic all summer. I'm a fraud. Go down and support Spurs. It's a disgrace. It's not Football Manager. Your toxicity is disgusting. You're the most hated football fan. Blah, blah, blah. They're now all tweeting the same thing. So just sit back, go and have a look. I don't need to say any more. Happy Saturday. Don't forget, I will be doing a watch along tomorrow. Chiggy Chig will be joining me. Big up Chiggy Chig. Thank you for the little shout out on your channel as well, man. I was just watching the end of that, so thank you. But we have got a game tomorrow. We have got a game against Sheffield United. Like I said, they haven't scored. Have a beer for me. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Totally agree with what you say. Deadwood simply has to go. Should have been bloody gone ages ago. 3 months to tout for business, and we've had 2 months to then, after we've touted for the business for them players, then do the deals. The only business Edu's done this summer in terms of outgoings is sell our best goalkeeper. Shocking. Oh, and Sam Greenwood. But the team we're playing, thank you for that, mate. Appreciate that. The team we're playing have been in a bit of a free fall, really, since we came back to football in June. They've been pretty damn shocking. I don't know the exact figures in terms of their points tally, but I'd imagine that their points tally is very much relegation totals since we've come back in June. They fell apart after lockdown, and they were fantastic before that. Chris Wilder got them playing pretty good football. They were solid. They were compact. They were scoring goals. They were defending nice. It doesn't help now that they haven't got Henderson in goal. He's gone back to Manchester United. The goalkeeper they've got, I don't particularly rate. I think he's a massive weak point in their team. And listen, I do think we are going to win this football match. Let's be real. If they haven't scored a goal all season and they break that duck at the Emirates tomorrow, Santa Claus Arsenal are back in town. It's always us, isn't it, that gives somebody their first goal after 9 months, Benteke. It was actually 3 years with Benteke, wasn't it? The first goal scored by that team ever in the Premier League against Arsenal. Of course it is. You know, we're always the banter Santa Claus Arsenal Football Club. And tomorrow I do see us winning the game. It's going to be difficult because, listen, Sheffield United are a hard-working team. You're a reflection. Your team is a reflection of your manager, and they are a hard-working team. He seems like a nice, proper grafter as a manager. He's not the fancy name. He's not got the looks of Arteta or Pep. He's not swagger with the way he dresses. He's just a traditional, old-school football manager. Yeah, and he's going to set his team up to come and stifle us. And let's be real here. We haven't got a great deal of creativity in that team. And before anyone thinks they're smart and says, oh, play Mesut Ozil, I'd rather play Gunnosaurus than play Mesut Ozil. That guy is washed. And I was, again, I don't want to be the guy to say I told you so, but I did tell you so about 3 years ago. And the amount of death threats I've had. I'm still alive, believe it or not. This isn't the ghost of Lee Gunner. Yeah, I did tell you all about Mesut Ozil many, many moons ago. And I was called all sorts of weird and wonderful names. And lo and behold, everyone's come on board. I can see into the future. I can see that we're going to win this game tomorrow. And everyone's then going to get gassed again. Then the narrative after the game will be, but now he needs to be backed. It's a shambles. I know the narrative every week. You know, we'll win the game. It'll be a comfortable victory in the end. It'll be hard fought, but I do think it'll be a comfortable victory in the end. Maybe a 3-0. I think I'll go 3-0. But let's have it right. They're hard work, and they're very good on set pieces. They're very organised. I do think with this team, they're going to sit with a low block. They're going to sit on the edge of the box, and they're going to try and get us to take the run into them. And then they're going to try and do us down the wings on the counter. They play a 5 at the back, which means that they have their fullbacks pushed up. And that's where they do create a lot of their goals. They took 3 points off of us at their ground and a point at the Emirates last season. So they took 4 points. But like I said, since we've come back to football in June, they have been relegation fodder, and they're gonna really struggle this season without Henderson in goal, I think. I know they've bought a few players. They have been unlucky in a couple of games. They should have perhaps scored a few goals. But I do think we'll win. I'm going to give the lineups that you picked in a minute. Now I'm going to read some of your comments out. If you haven't downloaded the Flick app, that is where you can do the poll. Well, you can't now because it's too late. But you can do the poll on there to pick the starting 11, which I'm now going to read out. So it's your starting 11. It's not mine. I'll give you mine along the way. The player ratings will also be on that app. And if you haven't downloaded it, don't forget, download it right now. It's free of charge, firstly. Secondly, there is a signed and framed Thierry Henry shirt up for grabs. To qualify for that, download it, scroll to the Thierry Henry t-shirt giveaway. Bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a little character. Click on it, put 2 emotes in the chat. And once you've done that, you're qualified. If you haven't got any emotes, you can buy some more off the App Store or the Google Play Store. Or you can invite a friend. And then when they join on the app, then you get 2 more. So yeah, good luck with that. The guy who won the Burkham t-shirt's absolutely over the moon. But let's go to the player ratings. I can see you, Sam. Evening, buddy. You're well. If you want to jump on tomorrow, man, you can jump on, bruv. You're always welcome. You're my boy for life, bruv. So yeah, man, I'll text you. I did see your text, but I was setting this up, mate. So I'll text you when I'm done, yeah? And let's get into the starting 11. So there's only one place to start. That is the goalkeeper. And obviously he's now the best goalkeeper ever to have graced football because he saved a couple of penalties against Liverpool, because that's how we roll as a fan base. But Leno got 97% of the vote. I don't quite know how they've worked this out, because it says Macy got 1% and Runnison got 3%. Well, that's 101% in it. There you go. But anyway, 97% of you have voted for Leno. He did make some fantastic saves the other night at Anfield. I thought overall his kicking was a disaster. He panics every time the ball comes to his feet. I just think that his positioning at times is a bit iffy. But ultimately, he made some great saves. The one from Van Dijk, the one from Jota in the first half. I think it was Grujic, where he made the one in the top right-hand corner. That was the postage stamp. That was a mad save. Great save. And then obviously the penalties. He made 2 saves. The first one, I think, was comfortable. The second one was a great save. So yeah, he's in goal. Right wing back, we're going with a 5, because that's how we roll. We park the bus against everybody these days. Unai Emery. Sorry about that. But yes, right wing back. I can never find him on these pictures. I don't know why. There he is, fresh off of the back of the coolest penalty you'll ever see in your life. And Maitland-Niles, you were voted. 49% of you have said Maitland-Niles right wing back. Bellerin got 38%, and Cedric got 13%. And I want to see him start. I'm sick and tired of seeing that little humanitarian at right back. Yeah, who ain't a footballer, who now thinks he's Kieran Tierney II with his t-shirt tucked in. The geezer can't even take a throw-in properly. My 10-year-old daughter has never played football. I guarantee in the space of 3 minutes of talking to her how to take a throw, she'd never make a foul throw in her life. My man does 2 in one game. Well done, mate. I don't ever want to see that guy play for my club again. So he's going at right wing back. You guys then went with Rob Holding, right centre back, which... Listen, I see a lot of people getting on his case recently. He hasn't been great, I can't lie. I think he's better on the left side of the 3, not the right side. But I said this a long, long time ago. Whoever it is that plays right centre-back when Zoolander is at right wing-back is going to look bang average all season, because this guy is doing 2-man's job. He was doing his own job and he was doing Bellerin's job at Anfield on Monday night. And that ain't good enough. And that is why I want a better right back. And we're not going to get one because that's how this club rolls. It's, make Hecky B captain. No, make Hecky B go and play for his other team, Forest Green Rovers, because that's about his level. So Rob Holding gets the nod from you. 70% of you voted for him. Let's move on to the next one, the central defensive centre-back. You went for David Luiz. 100% of you voted for David. The competition was Kolasinac, to be fair. But yes, David Luiz. I thought he'd done all right on Monday. I didn't think he was too bad, if I'm honest. I see him get a lot of stick. I actually thought he weren't too shabby. But yeah, man, I think he's all right. For me, he's not good enough to play for this club if we want to get to where we want to get, or where I want us to get to. But for now, he's going to have to do. And sometimes he looks world-class. Other times he looks like a world-class clown. So yeah, you've gone with Luiz. After that, the third centre-back, you went with, if I can find the fella, where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you. That's not him. Where are you? There you are, Gabriel. Who knew that he was our best centre-back? Oh, yes, all of us. So you can sit on the bench on Monday at Anfield. Well done. We don't want to ruin his confidence because he's mentally weak that if we lose, that'll finish him. Where do these people get this crap? But 87% of you went for him over Tierney. So, yeah, fair play. Left wing back. You did actually go with our best left wing back. So no doubt he'll be playing centre back and Kolasinac will be left wing back. But you did go for him, and 85% of you voted for him. So that's kind of cool. I agree with that. I think he's head and shoulders the best left back in the club. And I want to see him play left back. I'm sick and tired of seeing him play centre back. He's wasted at centre back. I think that if he plays left back, we will look so much better going forward because the geezer is pretty quick. He's quicker than I thought he was. But he can cross a ball. Literally put it on a sixpence for anyone. The guy's class, man. I love the bloke. I think since he's been here, he has just taken it up a level with the rest of them. I think the rest of our players, everyone says we look better defensively. Well, he's got to take a bit of praise for that because he is the one defender at that football club that can actually defend. Yeah, he's also got the elite winning mentality. He's won 13 trophies. He's 23. Do you know what I mean? He's a good player, man, and we're wasting this boy playing him left centre back. So play him left wing back, please. That's where I want to see him. That's where we brought him to play. And when he has played there, he's looked absolutely superb. So let's go into midfield. Let's go with, you guys went with Dani Ceballos. And 58% of you went with Dani Ceballos, which I agree. Dani Ceballos came on at Anfield on Monday night. I thought he looked brilliant when he came on. I gave him man of the match. I thought he looked superb, opening the doors up left, right and centre. Thursday, I thought he looked shocking. It was like, how can you play so well when you come on against the first Liverpool team, but then against Liverpool C team, did I even know you were on the pitch? Like, what's that all about? I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Let's go to the next one. Let's find him. Where are you? Where are you? There he is. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvelous. The one surprise about Monday, when he got subbed, was that he didn't walk off and tell us all to fuck off. Yeah, that's the only thing that I was shocked about. I knew he'd be captain at some points this season because I called it at the end of last season. I said that he will get the captain's armband a lot this season, and he shouldn't even be kicking a football at our football club after telling us all to jog on, and the fact that he's just not good enough to get us anywhere near where we should be. And a lot of you people do praise this guy. You do think he's great. Stats don't fool me. You can have all the best passing stats in the world, mate. I've got two eyes. They're not as big as Mesut Ozil's, but I've got two eyes. And I can see he ain't a very good footballer. And I've seen a lot of very good footballers in my lifetime, being as old as I am. Oh, you're 56 years old. I'm 38, but yes, I have seen a lot of good footballers at my football club. Granit Xhaka isn't one of them. I don't know whether this guy's talking to me. Just because you've got old school Gooner in your title, mate, don't make you double hard. Yeah, EIE, knob. Seriously. Still watching though. I don't know whether he's talking about me. If you are, then you can jog on, mate, because I'm going to carry on. Swiftly moving on. Right wing, baby. Let's move. We move. Let's go. We're going with Pepaldinho. Fresh off of the back of dropping an absolute stinker on Thursday. Yes, it is his fault, but it's not all his fault because you're playing your best right winger on the left wing. I don't get it. You're then accommodating Joe Willock, who's not very good in central midfield, to play right wing by putting him left wing. You played Maitland-Niles at left wing back to put a left wing back at centre back to play your centre back on the bench. This is very Emery and very Wenger-esque, isn't it? It's not great. I don't understand why these managers go down this route of trying to be fancy. Like, just play players in their best positions. It really isn't difficult, is it? I don't need a coaching badge to know that. You know, if you've got a right winger who scored 20-odd goals in his last season in France, comes to the Premier League, scores 9 goals, 8 assists last season, playing on that side and getting dropped every other week, yeah? How have you had such a good season when you're getting dropped and consistently benched every time you score a goal? And then you decide, oh, I know, we'll fuck his confidence up a bit more. We'll stick him on the left and we'll put Joe Willock centre mid on the right. Like, come on. Seriously. I know it didn't matter in the end on Thursday, but come on, man. When you're coming up against better teams, we've seen Leeds United today, by the way, get a draw against Man City. When was the last time Arsenal drew at home to Man City? I actually can't remember. They've been in the Premier League, what, 3 games, 4 games? They very nearly got a result against Liverpool. They scored 3 at Anfield. When was the last time we did that? Apart from the League Cup, by the way, before some clever dick says 5 last year. But when was the last time we scored 3 at Anfield in the league? Was that the 4-4 when Arshavin scored? I don't know. I can't remember. I genuinely can't. And then they've got Man City at home and got a draw out of it. They've scored 4 goals in 2 games against the best 2 teams in the league. It's mad. It's absolutely crazy. And we're sitting there going, oh, trust the process. But anyway, 66% of you went for Nicola Pepe. Nicola Pepe. Let's go other side. Let's go to left wing. There's only one choice at left wing, really, isn't there? If I can find him. Where are you? Where are you, my friend? There he is. The top boy, who I believe is still being wasted on the left wing. Yes, he's done very, very well to get the amount of goals he's got there. But this guy has got the best movement of any striker in the Premier League in and around the penalty box. I fully believe that. Listen, I love Sergio Aguero. I think that guy is one of the best strikers I've ever seen in my life. This guy has got better movement than Sergio Aguero. He might not be as technically as good. He might not score the bangers that Aguero scores. He might not score the headers, etc. But you put this bloke in and around the penalty box, he has got the best movement. He will lose you in a phone box. He is that good. Yeah, he is absolutely quality. And we're putting him on the left wing when he can't dribble and his pace ain't as quick as it used to be. He is scoring a lot of goals, so fair play to him, which kind of shows how good he actually is, really. That he is evolving his game. But I don't want to see him do that. Yes, do that every now and again. Be in the box, man. Score the goals. I fully believe if we went with Saka, Pepe and Aubameyang up top, and we had Thomas Partey and Aouar, which we're not getting either of, by the way, put them in midfield with a proper back 5 that we're kind of nearly at, I fully believe that geezer will score 35, 40 goals in the season. Fully believe that. He's absolutely quality. And we're wasting him, in my opinion. So, yeah, there we go. But anyway, 66% went for him. Striker, there was only really one option. It was a choice of Eddie Nketiah or Laka Fret, who's actually showing he has actually got some threat this season. Albeit his goal at Anfield the other night was a bit of a miss kick. Doesn't matter how they go in. I don't care how they go in, as long as they do go in. And he scored. It didn't mean anything in the end. But he has scored 3 and 3 this season, which I think it took him 13 appearances last season. Actually, I think it took him 9, because I think he was injured for 4 games or something, or suspended, one of the 2. But it took him 9 games. So he's got 3 goals a lot quicker than he did, like 3 times quicker than he did this time last season. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult game. Let's be honest. Yeah, we are going to win it. I think. I do think 3-0. I do think that, like I said very early on in this, that it's going to be a hard-fought 3-0. The scoreline's going to probably flatter us a little bit, because if you do get at them early and you get a goal early, I think they will fold. Their confidence is probably in the gutter. They've not scored a goal this season. They've fallen apart since we come back to football in June at the back end of last season. But they have got a good team, and they've got a good manager, and they're going to come and try and make it difficult, and they're going to get in and around us and get physical with us. And I just hope we're up for the challenge. Now, a lot of our players don't like all of the rough and tumble. No, I'm not going to name them. You know which players they are. So I just hope that when we get our chances, we can take them real quick. And I am going to go 3-0. I'm going to go with Aubameyang first goal. Aubameyang. But let's do a couple of comments and questions quick before I bounce, because it is 11:15 at night. 859 people watching. Thank you very much. Do hammer the likes if you haven't. 156 likes so far. Don't forget, download Flick Thierry Henry signed framed T-shirt giveaway. So make sure you download that. Follow the link in the description. Follow my Insta, League Gunner 82. Arsenal ain't winning tomorrow. What happened with Aouar? He had a meeting apparently with the hierarchy. They decided that Arsenal were taking the wholesale piss by offering 12 million quid less than they want in their second bid. So they've said, sorry, you ain't going anywhere, mate. So he's apparently told his teammates he's staying. There's still time. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that we'll get any more Thomas Partey, mate, if I'm honest. But there you go. What do I know? I'm just toxic and negative and always right. But there you go. Caught up with your stream with Turkish. Real G's. Bluetooth, baby. Come on, my guy. Real one. Listen, the voice of facts. There's a reason I say that. It's written there. The voice of facts. Don't sugarcoat this bullshit. I don't pretend everything's great. You know? I don't fake it to make it. I say it as it is. Yeah, I could sit and fake it and probably get double the traction. That ain't me, mate. I've never been fake. I say it as it is. Yeah, and if people start waking up 48 hours before a deadline, ain't my problem. I've been saying it for 12 weeks, mate. So yeah, big up everybody who is watching. I can see all your nice comments. Thank you very much to all of you, man. 3-1 Arsenal win. Big up, Viraj. Hope you're well, man. Realistic options for us now. Jorginho and Coutinho on loan. Keep that Brazilian revolution going. Big up my guy. Dear. We care, do you merchants waking up 4 months too late? Exactly, bruv. Exactly. Said it before. I will say it again. If they genuinely believed that Mikel Arteta is the guy to take us to the next level and get us great again, they would have been more vocal this summer. They haven't. They flopped. It's their doing. And they all deserve Mohamed El-Neni this season on a double pivot with Joe Willock at some points in games, or Granit Xhaka. It's going to be absolutely Comedy Central, mate. I might change the channel name to Comedy Central because we are going to have so much banter at this football club this season. It's going to be mad. It's going to be mad. And like I said, I say it as it is. And thank you very much to my guy, Mason So Cool. You are so cool. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Let's do 5 more. Is Edu on Fraud Watch? Bro, Edu was on Fraud Watch from day one. Yeah, real talk. I've been calling that guy out for weeks. I said, what does he do apart from sign freebies and Brazilians? If you look at the signings he's made since he's been here, he's signed Cedric Suarez, free, then gave him a 4-year deal. Yeah, off of the back of no appearances. He was probably the only footballer ever to get a contract, not play a minute, and then get another contract whilst not playing a minute. Yeah, 4-year contract. It's mad. He then signed Pablo Mari from the Brazilian league. Yeah. So yeah, free signing, Pablo Mari, Brazilian league. He then signed, who else did he sign? Gabriel, obviously Brazilian. Willian, Brazilian. Danny Ceballos on loan. I could have done that deal, so could the 900 people watching. Go on holiday for 3 weeks, bruv. Go and get a tan for 3 weeks. Don't worry, we're sorted with Madrid. See you later. Yeah, come on. It's really not difficult. He's done absolutely nothing apart from sell our best goalkeeper. It's mad. Where do I see us in 10 years? Probably in the Dr. Martins League. Maybe playing against your man in your pitcher's team, Forest Green Rovers, mate. My migraine's all right, actually. I had a little afternoon nap, mate, so thank you. I'm all right. I'm on the Cervezas now, a couple of Cervezas, and kind of looking forward to the game tomorrow. But it's just the thing is, if you expect stuff and you don't get it, then you get disappointed. If you expect nothing, you shouldn't be disappointed. I'm not necessarily disappointed because I see it coming. Yeah, but I do get a little bit over the top angry sometimes with it. But that's because I'm passionate, man. I want to see my club do well. I want to see my club stop lying to us. You know, our manager lied through his teeth yesterday in the press conference. We're being backed. I'm being backed 100%. He lied after Villa. I'm being backed. I said it before, weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and got a lot of abuse on it. I said, if he doesn't get what he wants at the end of this transfer window, he should resign and out the lot of them. But he won't, because he's on a nice, tidy little number. He's adored by the masses. He's on £6 million a year. He's got the players on board, and he'll sit and just chat through his arse forever now. Yeah, if he don't get what he wants, he'll be saying, well, we've got a squad capable of winning anyway, blah, blah, blah. Well, sorry, mate, that's Wenger part 2. So when I originally called him Mikel Wenger, well, that's starting to come to fruition now, isn't it? Because if he does lie through his teeth again after this transfer window shuts, then, sorry, that's part of the problem, mate. You know, Brendan Rodgers didn't sit there and pander to his board the other day. He said, no, bro, we can't compete for Europa League and get in the top 4 as well. Can't happen. My squad ain't good enough. It's not big enough. It's not experienced enough. They then went and got Cengiz Under, and now they're signing a centre-back for 40 million or 30 million quid. So that's what you got to do. You got to say, yo, but because he's pally-pally and friendly with all these people and it's jobs for the boys, it's never going to happen, which is why I didn't want him as manager. Yeah, I'm not necessarily blaming just him. It's not just him. But if he comes to the end of this window in 2 days and he sticks up for him again, sorry, mate, you're part of the problem. I already think he is part of the problem, but I'll have that fully confirmed on Monday. In reality, Weekend the U should have been actively vocal straight after the cup win, but the narrative didn't fit the agenda. Well done, man. Spot on. And that's the thing. A lot of people have been confused as fuck this summer, mate, because they really want to go for the owner because they went for the owner last summer. But the problem is nobody was going for the owner. And what a lot of these people do is they sit back and wait until the masses and it's a big traction, and then they pop out the woodwork and become the voice of it. Yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. And then what happens is this summer we've won the FA Cup. Fantastic, absolutely buzzing. So now if you believe that's your guy, now's the time to go for it, man. Like, come on, if you think he's going to be great, he's working miracles, I've seen people say. Like, if you actually think he's that great, why aren't you vocal? Because now's the time to stick it on the board. FFP's relaxed. Edu's there doing work, trying to get players in, apparently trying to get players out. You believe this guy's a genius, blah, blah, blah. Go and get your man backed. But the problem they had is because nobody was jumping on that hype, because they were too busy jumping on the Arteta hype, they thought, oh, well, I'll stay with the trust the process, because then Arsenal, and I said this on the press conference yesterday, there's a lot of buzzwords that these big organizations drop. I'll give you the best example of a buzzword: entanglement. No, you blatantly fucked another man. It's not an entanglement. You cheated on your fella. Yeah? How many people use entanglement in their daily life? Like, how many people actively use that and tweet that and text that and write that and say that to their friends? It's a buzzword. Yeah? And Arsenal have used a lot of buzzwords since this manager's been here. Process. Yeah? Trust the process. I've had that rammed down my throat for months. Structure. There's another one. Structure. Yeah, the amount of times he said yesterday in his press conference about the structure. Yeah, like, they're buzzwords that people, oh, I don't hear that word so often, so now I'm hearing it more and more often. Yeah, non-negotiable is another buzz phrase. Yeah, non-negotiable. These are buzz phrases and buzzwords that that he's been using a lot. Yeah, that he's been using a hell of a lot. Go to his press conference, go to the transcript yesterday on arsenal.com, yeah, and go and read through it. You'll see the word structure on there maybe 3 or 4 times in a press conference. Yeah, because it's all about using buzzwords. And these people are very clever people. They run multi-billion-pound businesses. They know how to work PR. Yeah, I don't, which is why I'm not a billionaire. Yeah, I just raw. Let's go for it. Maybe I should get a PR guy in to maybe tone me down a bit. But yeah, they're all very good buzz phrases. Culture, transition. There's another one that's been used a lot. Transition, culture, process, mentality. They're all words that have got used a lot by our manager recently. Come on, man. It's mad. Entanglement is is the perfect one to prove that. How many people are, when that woman ever goes out again to an award ceremony or anything, nobody's going to be tweeting about, oh, she's a dirty she cheated on her fella. They're going to be tweeting the word entangled. Oh, she was in an entanglement. Yeah. So it's not saying what she actually did. It's very fucking smart. Trust me. It's all reverse psychology and shit like that, man. It's absolutely mad. Yeah. And unfortunately, the majority of people decided that the buzz phrases and the buzzwords and the hype on the particular manager involved, Mikel Arteta, was more traction for them than it would be to go and jump on a weak hair to you, because nobody's jumping on that. So what they did is they didn't go with their gut instinct. They didn't go with what they actually felt. But in the background, they've been saying it like, oh, I think he needs to be backed. He needs to get there. But they're saying it real, like, I've been saying, like, yo, if this is your boy, go and kick off, mate. Like, I don't necessarily think Kroenke's the massive issue. Yeah, I think he is an issue, but I don't think he's necessarily the main issue. And I've said that for years. I said that with Turkish last night. He knows, you guys know, you've heard enough of my streams about it. But I just think that people are sucked into the PR. Of course they are. Bruv, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. And then what happens is you get the news about Aouar tonight that he's staying at Lyon. You see that Thomas Partey, we're nowhere near bidding 50 million euros for him. Then all of a sudden it's now panic stations because, oh, hold on a minute, Mikel Arteta said, then people are quote tweeting Mikel Arteta's interview after the Villa game going, this is a disgrace. There's going to be a lot of people upset. Oh, this. Well, hold up, mate. Where was you when I tweeted that after the Aston Villa game? Yeah. Where have you been all the way through this transfer window when I've been saying this? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've been sitting there saying I'm toxic. Of course you have, because you're still on that hype. Yeah. Because you couldn't see it because you could see it, but you didn't want to admit that you could see it because you want to stay friendly with everyone on a social media app that you don't fucking know. Yeah. And then what happens is when people do then eventually wake up with 48 hours of a transfer window left to go, it's, oh my God, what are we going to do? We're so far from anywhere. We're shafted. Yeah. Oh, let's get the week ahead of you trending. I guarantee that trends at some point over this weekend. Yeah. Probably if we went 1-0 down tomorrow, it'll trend, if it isn't already. And that is the problem. People are so easily manipulated by buzz phrases, by other people, by traction, by the masses. I've said it before. I'm going to leave it with this. Yeah. If you follow the crowd, you get as far as the crowd, mate. Yeah. Say what you fucking believe and don't care what anyone says to you about it. If you believe something so strongly, you stand up tall and you say it. Yeah. Which is what I've done all summer. I don't necessarily believe that Stan's the biggest issue, like I've said. But guess what? I've called the hypocrisy of all of these people all summer. And then lo and behold, I come off my stream earlier. We get the news about Awar and the hypocrites come back out. Oh, Stan. Oh, you ain't mentioned Stan for 12 weeks, mate. Why now? Read him like a book, mate. I'll tell you exactly the narrative after the game tomorrow of what it would be. In fact, I'll tell you now. It's a disgrace that he's not been backed. We've been chasing these targets for weeks. Somebody at the club needs to come and tell me why this ain't happening. Blah, 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 blah. Stan needs to get his checkbook out. We've got 24 hours to get a deal in. Blah, 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 blah. Too little, too late. The reason this club pull your pants down every summer is because you suck it up every summer. Yeah. The fan base is a reflection of the football club and vice versa. An absolute fucking shambles. And until we fix that, it's never going to change. So where do we go from here in your honest opinion? Great question. I'll end on that. Thank you very much. Do smash the likes up if you haven't. Do subscribe. I'm doing a watch along tomorrow with Chig, Guna Eagle Eyes, links down there. So is Flick. Signed Thierry Henry t-shirt giveaway. Go and check that out. You have to put 2 emotes in the chat. It's free to download the app. Where do we go from here? Do you know where I go from here? I see out the rest of these 2 days on the transfer window, and then I'll just stop moaning about it. Yeah, that's where I go from here because I've done what I wanted to do. I've said what I've wanted to say. I've been real ever since I've set this channel up, even before. I'll say what I think. When I'm wrong, I hold my hands up. Like Bukayo Saka, I didn't think he was good enough. Yeah, I've held my hands up. You all know that. If Mikel Arteta proves me wrong, which he ain't going to be able to because he ain't going to get backed like he said he would, so he's a liar. And then if he stays, then I'll be sitting there going, well, why is he still here? So now he's a puppet, which is what I said he was before he got the job. But everyone took the piss. Oh, you're a disgrace. You're not an Arsenal fan because they got blinded because he won the cup. Great winning the cup. Fantastic. Don't take anything away from him from that. It was fantastic what he pulled out of the bag. But I said before he got the job, I don't want him because he'll end up being a puppet. Well, if the window shuts and he ain't got what he wants, which he won't have, and he still keeps his job because he don't want to leave, then he has become a puppet, which is what I said in December last year. But there we go. So I'll stop moaning and we'll buckle up and we'll watch the banter ensue all season. And yes, another one. Proper. That guy, bruv. He's supposed to be the voice of the fans, you know. Yeah, the voice of the fans. More like the voice of Kroenke. But anyway, listen, I'm going to get out of it because I didn't want to go for 45 minutes. I wanted to do 20. But you man are mad. And I love listening to your comments and stuff like that as well. So listen, I will be back tomorrow. And big up to everyone. I can see you, Kevin. Big up to you. Let me quickly answer that. Thoughts regarding party since we're doing business with Atletico, currently with Torreira, might help. No, it's totally separate. 100% that is totally separate. He's going on a loan for about 3 or 4 million euros. No obligation to buy him, apparently. And Thomas Partey is 50 million euros. Cash money in the building. There's no part exchange, nothing like that. So if we don't fix up and pay the 50 million by Monday, he ain't an Arsenal player. So there we go. Well, there we go. But seatbelts on, exactly. Seatbelts on, and all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to have a couple of beers, ring the wifey, and retire to the basement and get some nice sleep. 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, my time. So I'll be live at about 10 to 2, which is what, 10 to 1. About 10 to 1 tomorrow. So I need to have an early night, really. I was still up at 5:45 this morning, which is probably why I had a migraine when I got up. But there we go. Have a wonderful evening. Big up all of you real ones. Every single one of you. I get literally maybe 0.01% of dickheads on this platform. Yeah, the rest of you are all legit certified that come in the comments. So thank you very much. And we're not far off 50K. So if you haven't subscribed, let's get it up to 50K ASAP. Have a lovely evening. Latest, peeps.